The five-time world champion, Dallas Cowboys, Hall of Fame owner, Jerry Jones. Yes! He knocks it through. The Cowboys win in overtime. How about you,
Good evening, everybody. How you doing today? We'd rather good day, good afternoon, wherever you at. It might be morning, noon, night. It don't matter. But hey, it's a great day in Cowboy land. Our boys did their business today, handled up on everything. Welcome to the OT Start Talk. I'm your boy, Coach Lee. And as always, we're going to take a real quick dive and see how these Cowboys are doing today, man. Hey, it's exciting. Coming back off the bye week. Yeah, it's the Rams, but you had to like what you had seen today. From an execution standpoint, offense looked like they had somewhat of an identity today. Running game still basically non-existent, but defense held their own. Bland continues to shine. Turpin, even though he had one call back, he still is dangerous back there. Come on, no Sean Wright, got to get you to do better on the punt return coverage, man. But other than that, man, our boys look damn good today. So let's take a quick look at see how things went today. As always, we always have our pregame thoughts. It's the Rams. You couldn't get too excited. They came in, I believe they came in at 2-4, if I'm not mistaken. It's the Rams though. Few years removed from their Super Bowl, they're going through some phases, but Cooper Kupp's still out there. It's yeah, Stafford's still out there. Stafford is who he is, but still, basically, man, any given Sunday, you can take an L. It don't matter who it is. So again, the Rams came in there, like I said, at a 2-4 record. They leave today with a limp out today at 3-4 record. They limp out today at 3-5. And Cowboys, we moved to 5-2 today. Didn't have a lot of expectations in regards to what we were doing. Other than I didn't want us to come off a bye week and have a very, very poor showing. We've got a big game coming up next week. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but we know we got to go up to the link and try to take first place against the Eagles. But today we're concentrating on these Rams. So that's couple of my pregame thoughts of how things had went. I'm going to start out with the negatives. We look real shaky to start the game. We can't have that type of start next week. We can't start slow. That we got bailed out by hands to the face on CD, I guess. Hey, but hey, it led to points. Great touchdown catch by Fergie from a great pass by Dak. But we started out really, really slow and sluggish. So again, we cannot have that next week, or they can get away from us real fast. A couple other negatives that I saw, like I mentioned, Sean Wright, he had a touchdown call back. It can be a difference between losing and winning. Got to execute. A lot of times we're on worst enemies. We got to make sure that we are executing at what we need to do. Not too many negatives. I believe Ugoda, I believe the left tackle who's in there for Tyron Smith. Who has a neck injury. He got hurt. He got rolled up on his ankle. Hopefully, it's nothing serious, just in case Tyron can't go next week, because you know how that can linger on from time to time. But other than that, didn't see a whole lot of negatives. But you boy, I'm the weird Cowboy fan. I get too excited. I like the execution, but I do understand who our opponent was. Have another test next week um, to see how we do up against our division rival. As far as the positives, man, there's a lot of positives to go around. My man Dak looked real good today. You know, I'm a big critic of Dak because sometimes, he can have some down moments in crucial times of the game. But as far as some other positive, man, shout out to my man Bland. It sucks that we lost Diggs and he had to go out, but Bland, he continues to shine, man. He continues to do his own thing. But a lot of people don't know. They did some. He did something today. Where we've had the people like Deion Sanders, Everson Walls, Mel Renfro, Corner Green, Larry Brown, Trayvon Diggs, Deron Bland have accomplished a feat never achieved by the greatest defensive backs in the franchise. Bland jumped a quick pass in the first quarter and picked it off for a 30-yard touchdown return for a touchdown. He is now the only Cowboys player to have 3 pick sixes in a single season. Shout out to Deron Bland, man. He's handling his business out there. He's doing what he's doing. Obviously he did. We had one against the Giants, one against the Patriots. Young man is out there balling. Not bad for a guy who normally shines in the slot position. For the second consecutive home game, though, Dak, he came back, he redeemed himself, he set the tone. He kind of went out there, with his fame. Here we go. As far as his snap, he held them steady. Saying like he got the confidence of the team where it needs to be. Great job out there. Obviously, Lamb, he called the offense out a couple of weeks ago as far as there was concerns about him getting the ball. Well, going into the bye week, he got the ball. This week, he definitely got the ball. Lamb had 12 catches for 158 yards and 2 tubs, and he only dropped 1 ball. So he's showing up, showed out today. We definitely appreciate that. Now, it's hard to say that a 23-point blowout was basically turned around in one play, but it's probably pretty safe to say that the illegal contact penalty on the Rams when Prescott had been sacked on his first 3 dropbacks, as I mentioned earlier, that allowed them to go down and get the tub. But big things like that, you got to capitalize on those top opportunities. Also, all the trade talk, Jerry came out this week and said, "Hey, we kind of like where we at. Not too much as far as from a standpoint of a trade talk. But we see he can be posturing. He can be, you don't want to show your hand early as far as if you seem like you're desperate and when teams call, they will try to fleece you in a trade. So he could be playing coy, so to speak. But we shall see. I know there's a bit of some talk out there about Derrick Henry. Don't see that happening. It'd be nice to have him back there, but definitely don't see that happen. Patrick Surtain, they want a king's ransom for him. I know Devontae Adams' names came out, things of that nature. But it is what it is. Special team standpoint, shout out to Brandon Aubrey. 58-yard field goal, obviously. They actually had a block punt for a safety for Sam Williams. That man said, free him. Definitely free him. And Turpin had a 63-yard kick return. To go on top of the one that got called back. But it's all good, though. They were all part of the Cowboys scoring 19 points in 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So definitely a good day from a special team standpoint. Shout out to Coach Fossil. Bones did his damn thing out there today. So really appreciate the execution from a Cowboy standpoint. And also, I didn't realize this till they said it after the game, man. How nice is it to be at home? The Cowboys have now won 11 consecutive games at AT&T Stadium. That's the longest winning streak, obviously, since they left Tech Stadium in 2009, but also the longest winning streak, I believe, since the either 92-93 season or the 93-94 season. But they haven't lost a home game since last season's opener to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So shout out to the Cowboys executing from that. So it's definitely some positives. Will the Cowboys win the ring this year? Yeah. Hey, man, who is that? Easy Johnson? I don't know about that. I'm definitely not this or your type of Cowboys fans. It is right now still open for anybody to win it. I can definitely see us getting the opportunity to compete for it, but I'm like I said to start this podcast today. I'm very critical of Dak. We go as far as our quarterback goes, to be honest. If he comes in and he plays mistake-free ball, he gives us opportunity. That's to be determined. He's kind of got that Tony Romo gene when it comes to that. Hopefully, he can figure out how to win. He can handle his business and things of that nature. Let me see. Good question though. I don't know if you trolling or you being sincere, but hey, we gonna see what happens with that. Um, our next game. So for the next game, I obviously got the Eagles. You know, they came up. They had a big dub today against Washington. Washington gave them all that they can handle. And at the end of the day, we go up there. We control our own destiny early in the season. So we need to see how we stack up against. Shout out to you, man. I see y'all handling your business today. Oh man, we sure know it ain't gonna be y'all year while you messing with me. No, it's all good, fam. We go up against the Eagles next week. Up at the link, see how we handle them. Man, I just, I'm just kind of, huh. We can play like this on a regular basis. We compete against anybody, but man, the way we got manhandled and punched in the throat last couple of weeks ago by San Francisco, it made me have cause for concerns. Can we stay focused? Can the Cowboys do what they need to do to get past that dreaded divisional round? Been a long time. Shout out to you, BS and Beer. Congratulations on y'all's win today, man. Y'all went up there and handled up. So definitely a big win for y'all. They had a lot of people out today. Um, but at the end of the day, Dallas, I'm not gonna jump on and say, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl this our year and all that type of stuff. Never gonna do that. You got to show me because it's almost like a abusive relationship. You just kind of stick around even though you get nothing out of it. It definitely was a get right game. We needed it because we had came out flat after a bye week going into the link next week. Man, it would have been probably pretty bad. I've been real nervous about that if that had actually happened. Um, let's see who else has some big. Look at a couple of stats today. See who else has some pretty big things today. Doo-doo-doo. Boom. So as far from a matchup standpoint, Dak went 25 for 31, 304 yards, 4 tubs, 1 pick. It was tipped, but a pick is a pick. He had a 133.7 quarterback rating. Matthew Stafford, like he hurt that thumb, but it was on him all day today. I think at one point in time I saw he had 20 dropbacks, and on those he had been sacked twice and sacked once and had 12 pressures out of 20 dropbacks. So that's a lot of it's a lot of heat being put on it today. Defense did their thing. Also, he was held 13 for 22, 162 yards, 1 tub, 1 pick, a 78.2 rating. And the ripping came in 5 for 10, 42 yards, 61.3 rating. From a rushing standpoint, as I mentioned, our rushing game is dreaded. Tony Pollard, 12 rushes, 53 yards, 4.4, the longest of 13. Dak, this is where he came up big today. He was willing to put the ball down and run when he needed to. Since that dreaded ankle injury that he had, he doesn't run as much as he as he normally does. But he was able to go out there today and run to keep the defense honest. We'll keep the chains moving. He had 4 carries for 19 yards. So shout out to you on that. Rico Dowdle, 5 for 18. CD had a carry 1 for 12, and Brooks 1 for 3. Speaking of Brooks, man, he showed up today. He actually handled his business, and that speed came into question. He got him a tub as well on in the fourth quarter. He had 3 catches for 49 yards, as mentioned. CD had 12 for 158. So he was on 14 targets. So shout out to him. Fergie showed up big, 4 for 47, 1 tub. Gallup 2 for 14. The crucial first down he made on the sideline when Dak was rolling out. It was real big. Turpin 1 for 13. And Cooper Rush, man, we need you to, when you're throwing the Turpin, just throw it as far as you can. Yeah, he had that man beat in the fourth quarter. That probably was about to be another 6-piece. But he severely underthrew it by 5 to 6 yards. So throw it out there, let him go get it. Again, shout out to Brandon Aubrey. Went 2 for 2 today. I think he has yet to miss a field goal attempt other than the first field goal that he on the extra point that he missed to start the season. His first kick. Other than that, he's been perfect all the way across the board. So definitely a big signing. Bringing him in here, replacing Bauer. Shout out to him for that. On the defensive standard of the ball, Bland showed up and showed out again. He had a great job today. He had 2 passes defense. Gilmore played, he played decent today. He's not, at his advanced age, he is not afraid to get in there on the run support. I definitely would commend him from that standpoint. DeMarcus Lawrence, very underrated. He's obviously signed a contract, like he got paid like a sack master. That's not his game. He's probably one of the better. Definitely put him in the top 5 from a run support defensive end. He definitely does an outstanding job at setting the edge and supporting the run. Who is that? It must be Chris. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man? We don't play the Bengals this year, but I don't know. Last time we played y'all, we beat y'all. So there's that. Mozzie Smith, he got in there. He didn't do too much. I think he had a solo tackle today, which we need the Ricky to show up. As far as our leaders, not only did Bland have that pick 6, he also led the team in tackles with 7 tackles, 6 of them solo. Again, supporting the run and the edge, not afraid to get in there and get his nose dirty. Donovan Wilson had 5 solo tackles, 6 total. Marquise Bell stepping in big for LVE. He had 6 tackles, 5 solo as well. He gives them a different element from a speed standpoint at that linebacker position. Yeah, he's undersized, but he's able to cover the middle of that field while also being able to, to support the run. So he definitely gives us a different dimension that we haven't had today. All right, man. Much love, brother. Much love. Other than that, man, we'll see Philly next week. I believe it's the game of the week on Fox. It's definitely going to be a exciting one, and we're going to see how things go. I think we win that game. Not to get ahead of myself. We will have first place because we obviously we have a tiebreak at that point. But if we lose, then we fall 2 games back, and it got home field advantage at that standpoint. If it comes down to it at the end of the season. So good luck to us. I don't know, man. Philly's a hard game. Yeah, they've been struggling and getting by, but they're still defending NFC champions. So we still got to get them their dues and their respect. But if we thump them, I'm all for it. But as always, man, we appreciate y'all. It's your boy, Coach Lee. Want to take a quick look at how our boys did today. They handled business. Number love. We'll see y'all tomorrow on the play call sheet. Peace out. Have a good one.
Find this podcast and others on STWF-TV, the podcasting network, wherever you get podcasts.